Yeah.
It's a safe bet.
If they have Messi, they will. I'm kind of with them here.
Okay.
I feel like some stuff's also, I always like to
It's in
bet
the stars.
against the odds, right? It is kind of in the stars.
Wait. What was the bet that y'all were bet? What was?
We haven't made it yet.
Oh, you haven't made it yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure
But,
we
I
don't
mean,
forget.
No,
it.
we did make the bet.
Dave is obviously leading up to, is Inter Miami going to make the playoffs or not? And if they don't, what is Mikey Dobbs buying Dave?
Well, we
as
didn't
part
say
of-
what it was for. Yeah, but the bet was that Miami or Atlanta goes further in the playoffs. And I said it was clearly Atlanta because, Messi and Inter isn't even going to make the playoffs. I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
Okay.
So I think I'm fine with that as the bet.
Because if they make the playoffs, they're clearly getting further than Atlanta, don't you think?
Yeah.
Right.
You would think so.
Okay.
Now, granted, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be like 9th place. That is a long road because they're going to be on the road. I still think that even if they make the playoffs, they're not winning MLS Cup because in a one-off game on the road, they're going to have a moment. Like if you look at the Nashville game in the final of the Leagues Cup, which they won right on penalties, right? They were up early, but then Nashville got some momentum, whatever. I think against the top teams of Cincinnati and Nashville, maybe a Philadelphia, that they're only good enough on the road to get like a tie. And one of these days they're going to lose a PK shootout. I just think they're not going to win the playoffs, even if they get in.
Okay.
But I do think that if they get in, they're going further than Atlanta.
Look, are the statistics with you? Yeah. Are the stars with you? No.
The other thing I keep pointing out is they got another trophy to play for. They got the U.S. Cup, which takes a lot out of you. It's a one-off final, right? And they're going to win that, and they're going to get a second trophy. And it's also going to make them a little bit, fat and happy because they got to celebrate that. They got 2 trophies. I mean, if you're a Miami fan, Messi comes, you haven't even been like over 500, and now you've got 2 trophies.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Shocking, right? I mean, and Leagues Cup is a legit trophy, right? Even if you say U.S. Open Cup, whatever, which I still think U.S. Open is a legit trophy. But
yeah. I mean, Messi's making it more legitimate than it ever has.
Yeah.
It's a 108-year-old tournament at this point.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. U.S. Open Cup they've been playing for forever.
I did not know that. Okay.
108 years, I think.
Yeah.
So, and I think, you have to give a nod, and evidently like Garber and a lot of the people don't give it the respect maybe it deserves.
It's a different entity, so it's outside, so there's a tension, right? Because MLS doesn't necessarily have to make way for them at all, right? So there's a tension to it.
Got it.
And certainly with the new Apple contract, Apple's like, we don't care because we don't have this right. So that's part of it. So the one thing I wanted to talk about is we did this a little bit the last podcast, but I want to bring Carmen in on it is how do we feel about our predictions? So Mikey Dobbs, I will remind him, said he had predicted like 6 or 7, and he said that we were going to do better than that, like maybe 5. I think you said.
I said like
5, 4 or 5.
I said 4 or 5, but now I'm kind of saying 5.
You're on a high last podcast.
I originally said that we barely squeak in the playoffs at 9 or 8, and I said I'm maybe willing to concede we're going to get 7, but I don't think it's going to be much above that.
Ooh,
so, Dave, you think we're going to slip a spot? I think we're going to improve a spot is kind of where we are right now.
I mean, the road is just so hard. We still have to play Miami at home.
Yeah.
We have to play Cincinnati on the road. We have to play Philadelphia Union, I believe, is on the road. Is that on the road?
What do we got?
The only game that we have this week left is DC United, and Montreal is a game. But Columbus is the best team in the MLS right now. We have to play them on the road. Right? We have to play Miami. No, we play Columbus at home. Sorry. We play Miami and Columbus at home. We play Philadelphia on the road. We play Cincinnati on the road. I don't see us going and winning either of those games. I'm not convinced that we're going to beat Columbus at home.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got DC United. We should beat on the road. Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah. Montreal. We should beat at home.
At home.
Philadelphia. Yeah. That's tough. Columbus, even at home, I think worst case scenario tie. And then I don't know. Is there some revenge On the road against Cincinnati, Dave, there's always
Normally, I would say absolutely yes. With our team, you would say we're pissed off. We should be going to Cincinnati to win.
Yeah.
I just don't think Pineda can do that. He never wins those big matches. Never.
Okay.
Is it possible Cincinnati will like have locked something in and not play all their people?
That is possible because they will have already clinched the supporter shield and the #1 seed. That's actually an interesting observation.
Maybe.
Okay, Carmen with that big
That's an interesting one.
Duke brain working there.
Because that's the last game of the year, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay. That's interesting. Maybe we get some.
Let's see. Elliot, where do you think we're going to finish?
Okay.
Okay.
That's
That's-
about.
So you have us staying the same or moving up one.
Yeah, Elliot and I are in the same vein there.
And Carmen.
I think I said 8 or 9 was
Yeah,
where
you were right with
I
me.
was right there. Oh, I might be with Dave still. Like I can't go above 7 still, just because we have a lot of hard games.
I said the last game, based on all the talent we have now, we would be awful if we had to play in that playoff game, the 8-9 game. You would think we get into the regular draw, proper, but that's probably it at the 8.
Yeah.